As far as personal stuff is going, because we've got about, 10 or so minutes, we're going to be about 30 minutes early to the meeting. It's very important to be early, guys. Not only does that show your commitment, but you can just be more relaxed. You're not in a rush. You're not, you're not endangering anybody by speeding. You're not worrying about cops. I wish I had a Tesla, right? Completely autonomous driving. That would be great, for vloggers and everybody in between, and just safety in general. I'm just a super casual guy. I used to have that 1991 Camaro, so I used to, I wouldn't say exceed the limits of casualness, but a little bit less casual. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the Camaro did have a certain amount of wear on it. It was a 20-year-old car. It did sit in the woods for an extended period of time. And although mechanically it was sound, as any 20-year-old car with it just so happening sitting for 5+ years, you're gonna have some rust. And your level of relationship towards a car is really determined by rust. That how much money do you want to dump into a car where its metal isn't there? Literally not there, guys. I don't know how much I want to speak on this, but yeah, basically pieces of, whether or not that's the undercarriage or otherwise, completely non-existent. So if that kind of gets you into the mindset of me getting rid of it, it was super hard to do, because it was kind of like a family member. And the individual that I originally purchased it from, it was an Indian Highway Patrol car, was pretty cool. But if you're gonna sit a car for 5 years and then, sit in the woods for 10 months, leave the doors open, have like antifreeze bottles and gasoline cans just laying around, what do you expect? And I can't just dump thousands of dollars into a vehicle and neglect the responsibility that brings. I can't be responsible for, just eating thousands of dollars worth of money away, especially being how young I was. And it was great. I got to take it to prom. Got to make a YouTube channel out of it. What's up? And I think at the end of the day, it was a pretty good decision. But like I was saying about driving, I didn't want to risk, getting in trouble with it as well. That it's a very risky business having a sports car. Whether or not that's insurance, if that's everyday people on the street trying to race you, gas mileage. But now gas is like under $2. That's why I sold the Camaro. The gas was like pushing $4 or $5. How could I afford a 350 5.7 liter police car? You can't do it. So that was the primary reason why I sold it. And I did want to pick up the boat as well, and I'll just talk on the fishing series a little bit. Originally, my buddy and me were gonna try to start some type of bass fishing team. I bought a ton of different equipment, whether or not that's a boat or fishing rods. He's not a techie kind of guy. He didn't like seeing the camera. He felt like he's kind of an old school kind of guy, and he felt like he just wanted to focus on fishing. And my philosophy has always been, whether or not that's fishing or traveling, music, or otherwise, if you didn't videotape it, it did not happen. And if it didn't happen, you're not getting paid for it. So, like I said, same thing with Camaro. If you're gonna drop thousands of dollars into a boat, into fishing rods, fishing reels, lures, etc., you know, most lures are $5 to $10 to $40 for, you know, a swim bait. I'm not saying like your entire tackle box is full of $40 swim baits by any means, but, you know, and I'm not saying like, oh, well, Tony, you suck if you're losing, you know, hundreds of dollars worth of lures. I'm not. But, you know, any given outing, you could lose, you know, 20 bucks in lures, if that. You know, certainly much less. I'm not saying you would every time you go out, but you could. Gas mileage, you know, to get to the water, because the majority of lakes are, you know, a good hour away in most cases. Not only are you putting gas in your truck, but you're putting gas in your boat. And although my boat was pretty small, so the gas wasn't too bad, it was a 2-stroke boat. Still got it. If you guys are trying to buy it, let me know. But you know, food, so lures, food, gas for the truck and the boat. And you know, the initial cost of the boat and reels and stuff. I'm not saying there's a lot of money in YouTube, but you gotta have some type of ambition, and we just didn't see eye to eye. So there goes the fishing series. Now I still have the rods and reels. I still have, you know, a lot of the equipment, but unfortunately, it is cold, and I didn't even really fish this season, guys. You know, I got the camera, I got this or that, but, you know, if you don't have anybody to fish with, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So, I'm at school now. I covered a lot of the different series. Looking for a spot now. These guys are cooking. Got the meeting in about a half an hour, so I still have some time to talk to you guys. This Acura looks nice. Now I'm gonna fix my parking job. Alright, so we've got about a half an hour. My advisor, her first appointment, I believe, was at 9. So we do have some time. Haven't eaten breakfast. That's certainly something that I should have done. I actually do have a banana, so probably gonna enjoy this. I'm not a morning person. Although you do need to be early, you don't need to be a morning person. Unless it's for business or school, that's pretty important. Shout out to Bananas. Certainly leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. But we've got about 15-20 minutes of just chilling. I've never had a early morning class in college, and I think, I'm not saying that affected my trajectory as far as finishing college, because I have been taking my sweet time, although I've been getting all A's and B's. When I went to the initiation, or the, I don't know what it's called, the introduction, let's just call it, where you go in, say hey to the student leadership, go over, pleasantries, look over your schedule, figure out, what kind of major you want to be involved in, whether or not that's pre-business administration. Later on, I did end up going into general business management. But unfortunately, I had the lack of opportunity to have a student leader that was a leader themselves, when I was told that 4 classes was average, that, oh yeah, you can take 4 classes. And I was probably, being pretty casual, but so I ended up only taking 4 classes. So if that can help you guys as well, that if you haven't gone to college yet, if you're in high school and you're taking 7 classes,